After a 3-year sabbatical off the back of COVID and 3 major flooding events, the Upper Hawkesbury Powerboat Club has battled on. The 2023 Windsor Spectacular, their return to competition with an event as legendary as the sport itself. Across 3 days, Australia's leading circuit boat drivers would do battle for some coveted titles, whilst for the forced induction unlimited boats, they would get their first look at the new National Drivers' Championship, their qualifying hot laps taking place Friday afternoon ahead of their heat races and finals on Saturday. They'd get a chance to reboot for Sunday and do it all over again with the second running of the Barry Chesson Memorial. For the 6-litre boats, they would have their own iconic titles to battle for. The Menace Trophy, one of Australia's most prestigious 6-litre titles on Saturday, at the same time scoring points for the Trojan Series. Whilst on Sunday, they would go again for the Dargle Cup, another significant trophy for the category. With the 105 and 95 mile per hour bracket racing classes, Formula GP and unlimited outboards, the mono outboards, 550cc and Formula Future teams all lined up for action. It promised to be a weekend to remember, and Mother Nature this time delivered. Bright clear days with temperatures in the high 20s, making for some memorable racing. The 2023 Windsor Spectacular saw the debut of the new National Drivers' Championship, an initiative designed to boost the profile of the sport through the excitement surrounding the fire-breathing, forced induction, unlimited inboard boats. The premise of the series is to award a driver for their consistency across a 12-month program, with 4 events set for the 2024 calendar year, including the 2024 running of the Windsor Spectacular. The 2023 event, a one-off introduction to the new concept. Teams started the weekend with hot laps, giving them a single flying lap to establish a time. That time set the grid for the 2 heats, with the 4 fastest boats starting on pole for their opening heat. Heat 2 would follow a similar system based on race times from the opening heat, whilst the finals were determined by points taken from both heats. The A-Main final would classify the winner of the round, with points accumulated across every session. Victorians dominated hot laps, with Brett Shepherd taking top honours from Mark Gauci and Tate Ramsey. Despite not qualifying due to a setback, local hero Dean Barry recovered to win the opening heat and ultimately made it to the final. Ramsey, Gauci, Shepherd and Jamie McCutcheon joining him in the A-Main.
And now the A-Main, the big show. Brett Shepherd, Ramsey, McCutcheon, Gauci and Barry. What a lineup of blown alcohol boats here at the mighty Windsor Marine Stadium. And they are absolutely on it, 140, 150 mile an hour. Down into turn number 1, there is spray, there is action, there is noise. I tell you what, if you've never seen these supercharged alcohol boats live, do yourself a favour and get to a venue and watch them, because fair dinkum, your ears don't come good for a week. But Brett Shepherd was the man on pole position, and he was always going to be very, very tough to beat from there. But you can see Tate Ramsey like a yappy little dog there on the outside, just trying to make up some ground and get around the outside of him. Quite a decent gap opens up though early in the piece as we come up to the end of lap number 1, and you can see Shepherd coming in there at pole 1 and exiting, and McCutcheon there running pole 1 and exiting on pole 1. So all these guys trying different race lines, different tactics to try and get it going. We've got the Reckless there in the wash and in the spray as well. So Tate Ramsey working absolutely overtime. Shepherd pushing hard now. We go on board with Jamie McCutcheon now. And no! He's put it around. McCutcheon's had a spin. Disappointing for him. Dean Barry goes through. He says, I'll have that, thank you very much. As Tate Ramsey still pushing very hard, as on the end of lap 1, we've got Shepherd, Ramsey, Gauci, McCutcheon and Barry. Although McCutcheon with that spin, that will swap over. So unleashed now, Brett Shepherd with it all before him. Dean Barry pushing very hard. It's great to see Dean up and about in his home state, at his home track, doing a great job. But at the end, it was Brett Shepherd back to Tate Ramsey into second place. Let's go to the replay now. This is on board with Mark Gauci as he comes down the back straight. And if you hear there, the engine has a little bit of a pop over the rough water. He comes to a stop. Now keep your eye on the Bulldog, because he has a spin. You see Barry go around the outside of him. There's absolute graveyard of boats there. McCutcheon got back up and going again, but as you can see there, the next corner,